about today is discipline. I have a 2-year-old daughter named Sophia, and she seems to think that she's 16 years old. She has the attitude of one, and I'm telling you, the girl is too smart for her own good. There's not much you can really do besides just deal with the tantrums. But for me, I'm a leash mom. I put a leash on my child. It's a little chest leash. It goes across one here, one underneath her chest, and then it's over the shoulders, and it has a little teddy bear on the back, and she loves it. She calls it her teddy bear, and she knows that every time we go out to the domes or to the zoo or wherever we go, she wants to walk by herself, I put her leash on. And this is just because my child is a runner. She runs everywhere. She wants, as soon as she's sidetracked, she runs. Like she's like a little squirrel, okay? So to help me protect my child, I do put a leash on my child. And granted, I do usually go everywhere she goes. So if she pulls me somewhere, I'll go with her. So it's not like I'm necessarily walking my child, but it's a safety measure for me. One, because of strangers, because strangers can snatch your kid up as fast as you can, as fast as you can blink. So it goes over your wrist. It's just a simple little leash. It's nothing too crazy, and it's cute, and she loves it. We try the timeout method. Timeouts don't work with my kid, especially since she's only 2. I've tried the timeout method since she was 1, since she can, understand certain concepts. And what she does with the timeout is she'll sit on the couch. Like I usually put her on the couch, and just to get her away from the mess that she's made, or if she broke something and I got to clean it up, or if she was really naughty and she was doing it on purpose, whatever she was doing on purpose, she's supposed to sit on the couch, whether it be with a snack or water, and watching Peppa Pig for a minute or two, just so I can have relief. She does not understand that concept of sitting still. She understands she's supposed to, but she does not. She'll sit on the couch, she'll look at me, and she'll peek around, and she'll make sure I'm looking. And if I'm not looking, she gets off the couch. And then I tell her to get back on that couch, or you're gonna have another minute of timeout. And she looks at me, she starts to fake cry, okay? She fake cries, and then she gets back on that couch and waits for me to look away. My child understands, she gets it. So timeouts, they don't work for me at all. Me and my child don't do timeouts. Spanking, it's not necessarily a spank, it's more like a little pat on the butt. Like, it's not like I'm whacking my kid. Like, that's not what's happening. Like, if she tries to hit me or hit Adam or hit another child, I take her to the side, I explain to her what she did wrong as best as I can in a 2-year-old mind frame, and I pat her on the butt. It's nothing to even leave a little bit of a red mark. It is literally just a little pat on the butt to remind her that she did something wrong. Let's just say, for example, she's about to pull out a plug, or she has pulled out the plug and about to put it in her mouth, or something of that nature. I do smack her little hand. Like, I just do like a little tap. It's not like I'm whacking my kid, like I said before. I'm not spanking my child. I'm patting her on the hand or the butt to remind her that was wrong. And I'd rather have her have a little smack on the hand, or a little pat on the hand, or a little pat on the butt, instead of having her be electrocuted. This works for me. It works for my child. It took her twice. She has not gone near an outlet since. I think it's because of my form of parenting, my form of discipline, and it just works with my child. Saying no, another form of discipline, just telling your child no, does work somewhat for me and Sophia. She's learned to stop when I tell her to stop, and she's learned to stop what she's doing as I tell her no. Like, if I tell her or that she can't have something, or that we can't do something right at that time because of whatever's going on, like we can't go to the park right now. She'll see the slide on the way home from grocery shopping, and we can't go to the park, and that was my only way home, and we can't go to the park because we have cold groceries in the car. She doesn't understand that part, but she can understand, no, we're not going to the park right now. And as I tell her no, she'll cry for a second and she'll whine, but then she distracts herself and she understands, no, we're not going to the park. And then later on we'll get home and she goes, no park, mama, no park, mama. And so I know she's understanding. I know she's getting it. And that's not just, that's just one example. We do this with a lot of things. And my child just understands that. So say what you will, that's what works with my child and myself. To get back to tantrums, tantrums are a fickle thing, and this is why. In the store, where she throws most of her tantrums, or public in general is where she throws most of her tantrums. That's where every kid mostly throws their tantrums. What I do is I let her have her tantrum, and if it gets to the point where she's you know, thrashing around on the floor. And if Adam and I are both there, I'll make sure Adam stays with her. We both give each other the look, and he stays there, and I go, okay, bye, Sophia, have your tantrum, bye-bye, I'm leaving, Mama's leaving. She's real serious. She looks up, and she goes, oh, Mom, no, don't leave. And that might be traumatic to some of you, but my child likes to play, okay? She likes to pretend, and she understands, because I'll say bye-bye, and I walk 2 feet, and then she sees me stop, and then she'll throw her tantrum again. So it's like I have to be serious and go all the way through with it, or she does not listen. And that's just what works with my child. And I mean, you don't really have a say in it because it's my kid, but that's what we do. And this is what the video is about, is the way I discipline my 2-year-old. Back to hitting. When Sophia hits Adam or I, or she tries to hit another child, or she mostly hits when she doesn't get her way or she's frustrated. Now I can usually tell when she's just frustrated and when she's actually being malicious and trying to hit somebody or something. Now if she is just throwing herself, like if she's just, you know, moving her arms around real fast like she's going to hit something, or like it looks like she's gonna hit something because she's mad, usually she's just frustrated. Like I tell her no, so she just, you know, she does the toddler thing and throws herself around. That's not necessarily what I consider hitting. What I consider hitting is when we're sitting down and she looks at me, she gets mad, she looks at me, raises her hand, and tries to hit me. I'm telling you, she's only 2, and she tries to hit me. So what I do is I grab her hand, and I tell her no. We put it down. I take her hand, I put it down on her lap, and I tell her no, we don't hit Mama. We never hit Mama. And she looks at me, she gets real serious, she gets real mad. And then she goes, no hit Mama. Mama, no, I'm not, no hit Mama. And so she understands. Granted, she still does it. Like, that's just one thing she still does. I'm not gonna hit her when I'm telling her not to hit, or hit her. I'm not gonna pat her hand and then tell her not to hit me. That would be counterproductive, because then she would think that it is okay to hit. But when I pat her on the hand and tell her no, when it comes to dangerous things like an outlet, that she understands. So I think she's starting to get to the age and to the mental capacity of thinking, okay, well, certain things are okay and certain things aren't. And I can tell as a parent, I'm with her all day. Like I said in my previous video, I work 3rd shift, so I am my child's babysitter. And I don't want to say babysitter, but like, what's the better word? Parent. I mean, I'm just her parent. I watch her all day. She's with me all day. So I'm her main influence with discipline, with education, with everything. And so I can tell that she's starting to grasp the concept between, you know, is this okay? Is this not okay? And we're working on it. It's a work in progress. I refuse to have my child running around like a wild person, causing issues and making a scene. That is not correct. It's not proper at all. And who's to say what's really proper, but my personal views, I don't think that's proper. And I think that is actually a result of bad parenting. I don't think you should let your kid just run around because you're either embarrassed or too nervous to say anything in public. I think you should tell your kid what's up, and that's it. And if they don't listen, they get in trouble. They have a consequence. They shouldn't just be told, no, don't do that. No, honey, don't do that. No kid is gonna listen to that. And if your kid listens to that, props to you. My kid doesn't. My kid does not listen to words. She listens to no. She listens to stop. Sophia, stop. Sophia, no. And she listens to that. She listens to my deep, authoritative voice. She doesn't listen to, okay, baby, come on, no, don't do that. She doesn't listen. She keeps going, and she keeps continuing to do the bad thing that she's doing. Even though she doesn't understand it's bad, she's going to learn that it's bad, or that she shouldn't be doing it at that time. So for us, that works. To avoid a tantrum, or to try to avoid a tantrum, is I give her options. And you may say, oh, she's 2 years old, she doesn't know what she wants. She does. I ask her what she wants for breakfast, and she'll tell me oatmeal or muffin or cereal, and she'll tell me. And if she doesn't tell me, I ask her, do you want a muffin for breakfast? And she goes, no. Do you want cereal for breakfast? No. Do you want oatmeal for breakfast? Yes. I say, yes? She goes, yes, Mama, yes. And I make her oatmeal, and she eats it. I ask her what she wants, and she'll tell me yes or no. And then when she says yes, I make her that food, and she 9 times out of 10 will eat that food. So my child does understand that she has an option. What I've come to notice is that when Sophia is out in public and we're at a restaurant and I tell her what she's going to have because she doesn't decide quick enough or she doesn't decide at all, and I tell her what she's gonna have, that doesn't work either. I always bring a backup. I always bring a little veggie and fruit pouch so that way she has something in her stomach until we get home after we're out for dinner, or make sure we go to a restaurant that has an option that she will eat. So I always go to a kid-friendly restaurant, unless we're not with Sophia. If we're with Sophia, 10 out of 10 times we're going to a place that is kid-friendly. The way I deal with overparenting depends on the family member. If it's, you know, a grandmother or a grandfather that's directly related to her, I kind of lay back on saying something unless it gets to, you know, kind of a ridiculous point. Like if that person is trying to tell Sophia to do something at the same time I'm telling her to do that same thing, that shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't be having somebody else who is not her parent try to tell my child what to do. Let's just pretend. Let's say I'm telling Sophia to stop from, you know, going from the driveway to the street or from the driveway to the sidewalk in the street. I tell her to stop. She's not stopping. Of course, I run over there. I tell her to stop. At that same time, I'm saying, stop, Sophia. Don't go anywhere. Stop. Wait for mama. And somebody else is trying to tell her, that's not Adam or myself, will try and tell her, Sophia, stop. Sophia, stop. Stop, stop. It's like, what the hell is the point of that? Don't do that. Grandparents everywhere, grandparents, great-grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, if it isn't your child, don't parent them. Just don't. Let the parent parent the child. That's how it should go. It shouldn't be 30 people trying to tell one kid what to do. That's insane. And it absolutely gets on my nerves. And a lot of people will probably be offended by this, but I mean, if the shoe fits. I'm done being silent about it, and it's come to the point where the next time I hear somebody trying to overparent over me, I'm gonna say something because it's wrong. And I encourage the rest of the mothers out there in the world and fathers out there in the world to stand up for yourself, to your family members and to friends who try to parent your child. It's not their kid. Unless they're watching your child and they're following your own rules and they're babysitting and you are not there, they shouldn't be parenting your child. It should not be happening. And the fact that, you know, oh, I don't want to disrespect my mom. One, you're both grown adults. 2, it's your child. It is nobody else's. That child came out of your vagina. Or if you're a father, that child came from your loins. That is nobody else's child but yours. Nobody else has the right to parent that child. No one. So I encourage you to stand up for yourself. That's pretty much it. You know what, if you guys have anything else that you'd like to hear my opinion on, or what, you know, the things I do with Sophia to you maybe get an idea for when you have your child or when your child reaches that age, let me know. I'm open to options. I'm very open-minded. Let me know. Otherwise, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on my post notifications so you can see more, and we will see you guys in my next video. Bye.